from a distance, we've been following the story of Glenn Beck and how he's been saying that, you know, if your pastor is preaching social justice, then get out of that church. It's not a real Christian church. And I think I've only seen you here this morning and on a few other occasions, and I think I'm really inspired by your passion, by your experience, by your wisdom. But I think the thing that deeply inspires me is your grace. You've got a really gracious heart. And I was just wondering how you maintain that really gracious heart in the face of the view of the enemy, really.
Well, Glenn Beck is afraid of social justice, and yesterday in America he called me, this is why Jim Wallis is so dangerous, so dangerous. And yesterday he called me a Nazi, last week he called me a communist, so he's confused, I think. Yeah. But I just say, Glenn, let's have a talk. Let's have a civil conversation. I'll come on the show, we'll have a dialogue. He's afraid, he's peddling fear. Social justice is a great movement of hope, and yet it does want to change things. And people like Glenn Beck don't want things to change. Yep. And so he's for charity. A little charity inside is fine, but don't change the structures of things. Don't change the reasons why people are poor. And we can't keep pulling people out of the river, bodies out of the river, and not send somebody upstream to see what or who's throwing them in. And he's afraid of that. So he's the Murdoch commentator on Fox News, but he's coming after us, and this is probably a good sign that he's worried about Christians who are really living, preaching and living the gospel of Jesus Christ, which has justice at its core. It's about personal salvation and social justice married together, and that's what he's afraid of. But it's okay. He'll I hope he'll come around. We'll have a conversation, and I just say, "Oh, Glenn, you can do better than this, Glenn."